morning, kind of like coffee chit chat. I went to Starbucks. I know my hair looks a little weird today. It's all in like a little clip at the back. I just didn't really do anything with it. The baby's asleep. I don't have to be on work until like 20 minutes from now, so I just figured I'd let him sleep for a little bit because when I wake him up, he gets grumpy. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. I shared it last time. Let me see if it'll let me share it if I paste it. Didn't pause things completely, but I just did a quick post on Facebook, just sharing the live. Maybe someone will pop in. But I went to Starbucks, got something new. I needed some espresso. I've been up since, let me see, I went to bed last night around 1. I finished editing a podcast around 1. And then after 1 a.m., then I finally got in the bath, and then I got like a bath and everything. So I probably didn't go to bed till like close to 3 a.m. And then I had to wake up at 6:30 to take little Charlie to school. So it's been a little bit of a long morning, but it's a-okay. It's fine. It's no biggie. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I don't have to be online for work until 9. For those that don't know, I'm like a client success manager is pretty much what my job is. So basically I help people with their marketing, and making sure that their campaigns are good and we're on target with our goals and KPIs and things of that effect. I really enjoy it. It's very fulfilling. I will say the only thing that I've been just getting adjusted to is this is a job where you're really in charge of your own schedule. So I've been really working hard to make sure I stay organized, making sure that I have my admin days scheduled out so I can go through people's results, and making sure that if there's adjustments I need to make to the campaign, doing that. And then just staying organized is really the biggest thing that I've been working on, and getting my own system in place so that I can stay on top of my clients. And, you know, I'm never feeling like, oh, do I have to do this? Is it this or that? I'm confused. So, you know, there's that. I look forward to each day because it's always something new. And it's really funny because I was always telling everybody I was kind of doing this role in all of the jobs I've done combined, because for those that don't know, I have a background with customer support, and, you know, pretty much just the foundation of hospitality is where I started. So this kind of role came naturally to me because it was basically just stuff I was already doing, just didn't have this fancy name is pretty much it. This is gonna drive me nuts because it's so frizzy right here. It's pretty much all it is. And every day kind of looks different. Just to give you guys kind of like a scope, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. EST, Monday to Friday. I usually work on the weekends anyway, just because I don't like to like come into work in the mornings and have like 1,000,001 emails. Like, I'm a weirdo. If I know the answer to something, I'm just gonna reply to you because I have my notifications on for everything. I'm a workaholic is the nicest way I can put that. I'm trying to think what else is there. And then, so usually like my mornings, I kind of have it planned out. I log in, you know, I say good morning to everybody, and then I look over the emails and the text messages and phone calls that came in over the night while we were out. I see if there's anything that needs responses that I can respond to, and I'll respond, especially if it's my clients. But even if it's somebody else's and I know the answer, I'll still reply. Then tag the corresponding people, and then usually my day will look like either a check-in call with a client where we'll go over their results, see if we need to make adjustments to the campaign, see if we need to change out, you know, certain keywords or something like that. It just depends on what platform necessarily we're marketing for them on. And then, or, you know, a lot of the times I do have an agenda for my calls, so I try to, you know, keep it pretty structured and like, okay, if we're doing a check-in call today, we're going over, you know, the CRM, and then if we're not doing a check-in call, then we're going to go over your disqualifiers and see if we need to make adjustments. If we're not doing that, then I'm going to be teaching you something. You know, if you have other skill sets that you're trying to grow, then we'll go ahead and do that. I'm very big on, if I know information, I'm going to teach that information to somebody else, so then that benefits you as a whole. That's just the type of person I am. So if you guys are just popping in here, feel free to say good morning because I can see when you guys hop in. So say good morning at least. And we're just kind of having like a little quick coffee chit chat, you know, I guess the water fountain talk, I guess what they call it. I went to Starbucks this morning and got it's an iced flat white with vanilla syrup and whole milk. I don't know if they added the whole milk, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. It said they added it, but I don't know. I don't see it listed on here, so I feel like it didn't really get added. I just got this because I don't really like coffee, just being quite honest. I genuinely don't like coffee. But because I didn't really sleep, I need something to kickstart my brain and say, help me. The kids are officially out for summer vacation, so my nephew and my niece are home, and then little Charlie is at school, and then I have Meanie Beanie. Meanie Beanie's in a seat sleep, and then I don't have to be online for work until 9, so, you know, nothing too crazy here today. I was going to go for a walk, but I lost my AirPods. It's my third set of AirPods that I'll have to purchase. So I'm going to have to order those probably the next week. We're getting ready to go on vacation soon, which I am so excited, guys. Like, I am counting down the days. And I told everybody, I was like, guys, there's actually going to be a day where I am not going to log on. I'm not going to check my notifications. But if you do message me and it's important, just let me know. But I'm, like, so excited because we have, like, 3 different trips planned this year. And I, like, am so ecstatic because we don't really... Because we had such a difficult year last year, we didn't really have room in the budget for, we didn't have room in the budget for a vacation or anything like that. So now it's really cool that, I've been doing a lot of mindset work and working on myself, and, and the doors and opportunities are opening up, which is so exciting. And I'm back on track with financially earning where I want to earn. Now, is it anywhere close to what I want to earn before the end of the year? It's like halfway. I'm at the halfway mark. I still got another, 50,000, 60,000 until I'm at the goal that I want, that I have for myself, that I have set, because before the end of the year, I have it kind of in my thing where, in my goals and affirmations and stuff like that, where I want to make 6 figures, and I'm like, I'm so close. Hey, good morning. Aw, thank you. And I'm just staying grounded. I keep looking at my goals, and I'm like, I don't know. And I told everyone, I said, I don't know how I'm going to get to 6 figures. I don't know. I was like, but I'm getting there. And I was like, I'm pretty dang close. And I was like, and I know with the job that I'm in, I've only been in this specific role with this specific company for really almost about a month and a half. And I have learned so much in just a month and a half. And I just have to be patient. And for those that don't know, I'm really impatient. But I just kind of want to give you guys some insight and look, whatever you're going through, at the end of the day, just sit back, kind of do a bird's eye view of your situation. And then you're kind of like, man, is it really as bad as I thought it was? I was like, because I remember last year when I was doing Instacart and DoorDash, to just pay my bills, I had applied for thousands of jobs, and it was just no after no, and I knew it wasn't that I wasn't qualified enough. I was mostly applying on Indeed. I finally switched to another platform. I think it was JobBot or Job something. I'd have to look again to see which one it was. And as soon as I started applying on a whole other platform, because of the fact Indeed has so many job postings, and there's so many applicants that are applying on that specific site, it's very hard for your one specific application to stand out. So I went to another platform that was a lot smaller, very big roles, and I just applied for jobs that I thought I could do, and I just said, hey, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And the craziest thing is I was on the very last week where I was really okay, I don't think my car payment will be able to get paid, or, I might have to consider switching out, doing stuff, because it was just kind of my credit card minimums were atrocious. There were thousands of dollars in minimums that were due on top of the regular bills and expenses, and what I was doing with Instacart and DoorDash just wasn't doing it. And I literally got to the last week, and I was like, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. The best thing I can say is maybe I just need a miracle, pretty much. And then out of nowhere, I ended up getting an interview, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, did the interview. After I did the interview, they were like, oh yeah, we sent it over to the actual employer, they're interested in having an interview with you. And I was like, are you guys kidding me? I was like, are y'all pulling my leg? And I was like, okay, cool. Did the interview. After I did the interview, I thought I bombed it. I mean, and I'm really good at doing interviews just in general. I don't say it to be because I'm good. No, I really did a lot of practicing, and I used to interview people, so I know what the skills they ask, I know why they ask them, I know the whole backstory on that. And so I was like, okay, cool, did it. Little Charlie came out of his room in the middle of the interview and asked me for juice, so I really thought, that's why I thought I didn't do well. But I still ended up getting a second interview, and then after the second interview, the person that I was working for, they were like, oh my gosh, yep, you got the job. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, so we're really just gonna have this meeting just to chit chat. And I was like, okay. And then I worked for him for 6 months. Best 6 months of my life. I have learned so much. My skill set grew. This is kind of where the foundation started, and he helped me with pivoting pretty much, and like getting out of my limiting beliefs that I was stuck in, and just saying like, man, Angela, you really can do anything you put your mind to. You just either have to ask questions or get resources, or you just have to be of value. And I know that I could be of value, it's just I didn't know how. And he really helped me with identifying my skill set, and working on my mindset. And I have a video that I was going to post, and I just didn't post it really. Is the title of it was going to be, I bought an Apple Watch and it changed my life. That's what that video was going to be, and I just didn't post it because, honestly, just being honest with anyone, work has been keeping me super, super busy lately. It's a lot of catching up. I currently manage 25 clients, almost 30. So it's okay, it's fine. I'm not stressed over that, but it's just a matter of me trying to deal with everybody that needs to be dealt with. We have over 100 clients, and we're still restructuring, and I'm always providing insight, and we're still growing our team of members, so it's a lot that falls on me, to contribute. So I'm figuring it out. It's okay, guys. I'm not, stressing over that. I know these difficult times aren't really going to last forever, and when I say difficult, I just mean long days of being on the computer for, I feel like, 10-hour days. Actually, it's more than 10-hour days that I usually am on for. But I enjoy it. It gives me fulfillment to work. So, but I always say, that I bought an Apple Watch and it changed my life because I wanted to get back in shape and lose the baby weight and get better habits, and that's kind of where it all started. And because I started like making the decision for myself, I bought this watch, and because my other one broke, and I know for a fact, I was like, if I don't have my Apple Watch, then I'm not motivated to work out. I'm not motivated to do anything else. So then I started doing habit stacking, and then I started going for walks. I haven't been able to go for walks lately because of the fact I've been on so late, for work and stuff like that, but it's okay, it's fine. I'm getting back into my structure and my routine and using my freaking calendar for once in my life. That was one thing that was really hard for me before. I never used a calendar. I was like, I don't even understand, why do I have to plan my day, And now with so many clients that I manage, and just making sure I have adequate time, and I have a lot of tasks that are expected of me to be done each day for not just myself, but other parts of the company and things like that. I was like, I have to write it down or I'm gonna forget. I have to block it out, and it has to be in my radar. And I also, for anybody that does anything where you have like a schedule, I started doing color coding, and that made a big difference. I started doing that this week. I put in all the tasks that I have to do, and then what I'll do is I'll put those all in yellow for outstanding items that I need to be doing, and then as I complete each of the items, I go back into the calendar, and then I mark them off as I change the color to green, letting myself know that I did it. And then at the end of the day, I'll go back and I'll look at my calendar, and if there's anything still in yellow, then I'll duplicate it and put it on my calendar for the next day, if it's not something that has to be done that specific day. If it's something that's more urgent, then I'll make sure I put it in red, so that's priority for me to ensure that I get done. And that's one thing you'll find about me. If there's something that has to be done, I don't care how long it takes me to get it done. I will stay on for a wicked amount of time before I'm like, okay, I'm good to go, I'm done. I don't like to carry any unfinished work into the next day. It really bothers me. And that's one thing I think why this role was good for me, because it helps me have the structure I need. I'm able to be home with the kids. I'm able to build out my own structure. And it's not the same thing every day. That's one thing I think why I really like this job, because I did the same exact thing for another company, my startup that I was working with. I did client success, and I helped them manage their like 30 or so clients, and I learned a lot and laid the foundation here. And now I'm just pretty much reduplicating everything I was doing with him at the new company, and just kind of adding my own personal touch to it. And I really am just so grateful. So Cole, if you're watching this, shout out to you. And I tell you this every single day, and every time I talk to you, I'm so appreciative of you for selecting me for the role, because it's really, I know everything works out for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I definitely believe that. And the people we meet, and You know, some people are there for a period of time, and some people are meant to be lasting individuals and have a big impact on our life. And Cole, you made a big impact on my life, clearly. Um, but, you know, it's just been crazy. If someone would have told me, Angela, you know, at the same time last year, I couldn't even, I couldn't even decide if I wanted to, I couldn't even go to Starbucks. I didn't have any money in my account to go to Starbucks. I didn't have, you know, I was a decision of, okay, do we get gas or do we do like 6 Instacart orders? And even still, that just pays the bare minimum bills. Um, but because I was pregnant and I had to do DoorDash Instacart to maintain at least some financial income, I was in really good shape, which was really good. And that also made me be like, okay, well, the only person that's going to help you get this money is yourself. And it really helped me be like, okay, I gotta do what I need to do to make sure that things get done. And that's kind of where everything started, I guess, of just self-reflection and trying to, think higher and be on a whole nother level and surrounding myself with people that meet what I'm trying to get to. So obviously I'm trying to get to 6 figures. So guess what? I just looked at it the other day and I was like, well, I surrounded myself with people that make more than 6 figures. Because the people that you surround yourself with are the same people that you're going to pick up their habits, you're going to pick up their routines, you're going to pick up their verbiage, you're going to pick up their knowledge, and you're going to absorb it like a little sponge. And the best way I always do is, okay, I'm going to be a sponge, but then I'm also going to wring out that sponge and share that information with other people, share that information with everyone else, and I don't know, it's so crazy to just sit here and just self-reflect and just have a moment and be like, dang. I wish at some point in time, and I always say it as like, I feel like everybody at least once should experience a part of their life where you reach your rock bottom, I guess is what it is, so that you can be appreciative later on. Because now that's one thing I'm so grateful, so much filled with so much gratitude these days. Like, hey, I was just able to go to Starbucks, hey, that was a treat. I had enough gas in my car to take my kid to school, daycare was paid for, all my bills were paid in advance. I'm not out here, living cent to cent, dollar to dollar. Okay, do I take this dollar and put it here, or do I put it over there? And it's just kind of like, dang. Now I'm very cautious with how much money I'm spending. I think more logically. I plan more in advance. Okay, if I use this, then I know that I don't get paid till this date, and I have these specific things that need to get done. I've gotten so much better financially of paying attention and just being in tune, cut back on spending. That was one thing I liked to spend, but now I don't really spend anything. I might go to, out to eat every now and again, but I don't spend ferociously like I used to. I really just have another sense of appreciation and gratitude. And I think that also just comes with also being older. So it's kind of like, the older you get, the more you kind of do better, is really what that comes down to. But let's see. I got 1 minute technically. I usually log on between 9 and 9:15. So I still got a few more minutes here before I'm going to go in. I'll probably stay on for another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So I'm just grateful and just happy. Every day is something new. That's really, really it. I mean, I need to drink this. I really don't want to. I need to put some milk in it, guys. So I hope if you're watching this and, you stayed in or you tuned in, I hope you got a little bit of value in this. Of just kind of just sit back, think about your own life, self-reflect. How can you improve? How can you do better? What changes can you make? It doesn't have to be something big. Literally, the smallest of a change makes the biggest change in your trajectory, the change in your day, whether it's waking up 5 minutes early, whether it's just getting up and reading, I don't know, a daily devotional, or you're listening to a motivational podcast, or you just make the intention to change one thing. And it's just crazy to see how that it all changes everything as a whole. You're like, oh, this little thing I'm doing doesn't mean anything. I just worked out, But it's like, oh, well, little did you know that was like your 1,500 workout. You know what I mean? You got to kind of think bigger. Don't just limit yourself and be like, oh, well, it's insignificant. Okay, well, if I make this one change, what exactly does this change? How can I maintain consistency? Do I need to do habit stacking? Do I need to get a buddy? So I hope if you watch this, you got some value. kind of inspired you to do a little bit of motivational work for yourself, or, you know, mindset work, whatever you need to do to get better. Because every day we're constantly learning, we're constantly growing. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I did see all of your lovely comments um, here. I appreciate you guys. If you're watching it on the replay, just pop in and say replay, just so I know somebody else is tuned into this. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a good day. And I hope this video made you smile, or you're like, dang, okay, maybe I can make some changes. And it motivates you to, you know, just make that simple change. All it takes is just one little step towards the right direction, one message, one comment, just something. Oh, good morning. So, I don't know, if there's anything you guys want me to talk about going forward, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I usually stream. I've been trying to do more streaming lately, especially doing lives, because I enjoy it and it's fun. And it's easier than me sitting here trying to edit a million videos at one time, because editing videos right now, I just don't have time necessarily in my daily course of structure I guess I got going on here to do a lot of editing, so I'm trying to do more lives. If you guys need anything, you want any questions, feel free, message me, comment, whatever. I'm here. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.